Hey, this is Justin Morrison, and today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Sony A7 IV on behalf of BestBuy.ca. The Sony A7 IV is one of the most highly anticipated camera releases that we've seen in a long time. It is the follow-on from the very highly regarded A7 III, which I personally own and use myself, so I'm really in a good position to judge the upgrades that have been delivered by Sony with the A7 IV. And those upgrades are not insignificant. There is a lot of changes here, and a lot of things that bothered me about the A7 III have been addressed by Sony in this release. One of the first things I'm going to point out, the fully articulated LCD screen, so you can turn that all the way to the forward facing position. I'll show you how that looks. So you can see the menu right there. The other thing I want to show you is that the screen is now fully touch enabled, so you can work through the menu system with the touch of a finger. Also very exciting to me, probably not to many people, but I'm going to point it out anyway. Sony has included their brand new menu system here on the A7 IV. The Sony menu system has been a cause of much consternation for many shooters in the past because it was so unintuitive and so difficult to find the options you were looking for. But the new menu system looks and operates beautifully. It's very easy to find what you're looking for. It's very intuitive to use, which makes the overall experience of using this camera a much more pleasant one. In terms of the body, it has changed. There are a number of things, ergonomics on the outside of the camera that are different from the A7 III. The grip itself, the hand grip, is bulkier. It feels more solid in your hand because you have more camera in your hand. Minor things, but very cool nonetheless. The doors on the side of the camera are now hinged, like so, which is a minor thing, but it just makes the usage of the camera just more enjoyable. In the A7 III, the doors just sort of hang off, when you open them up. So they're just not as easy to close, basically. In terms of buttons, we now have a dedicated video record button here on top. Unfortunately, it's very close to this custom button right next to it, so I found myself accidentally pressing the custom button from time to time instead of the record button. So that's one very minor thing that I didn't like about the A7 IV. You also have a new way of switching to video from still shooting. So that's here underneath the modes button. There's a dial. I did find this a little bit finicky, I have to say. And there was a few occasions when I accidentally moved this. Didn't know I had moved it. And then the thing is that the menu options change when you go from still shooting to video shooting, so I was unable to find things within the menus, and the reason was that I had accidentally changed from still to video mode. But again, just a minor point. That's just a minor point. All in all, I think Sony have done a fantastic job with the ergonomics of the A7 IV. Now, in terms of performance, my main use case with the A7 IV was video shooting. That's what I was doing this week. I shot a short film with the A7 IV. I really wanted to put it through its paces and see what it could do. I was very happy to notice that it shoots 4K video at 60 frames a second now. That is a cropped 4K. It's not the entire sensor. It's a cropped version of the sensor, but nonetheless, it is 4K at 60p, which is going to make a lot of filmmakers very happy. The other feature that's going to make filmmakers very happy is the 10-bit video that the A7 IV captures. This gives you 10-bit video is, well, it's an upgrade from 8-bit video that the A7 III shoots. And it basically gives you a lot more leeway to post-process your footage. So really you're moving into what indie filmmakers are going to consider kind of the standard for post-processing. You would have to have 10-bit video if you're a serious indie filmmaker. And the A7 IV now delivers that. Obviously there's been some upgrades as well in the autofocus. Autofocus tracking is now available just from a touch of the screen. So you can pick out the object, the subject that you want the camera to follow, and just tap it on the back of the screen, and the camera will then track that. It all works quite well as long as your subject remains in the frame. If your subject leaves the frame and comes back, the camera can't really pick it up again, which is unfortunate, but it's a big step forward and very useful feature. Another feature I want to point out is the focus map, which is a new way that the camera can kind of indicate to you whether your subject is in focus or not. You're probably aware of focus peaking, which is kind of the previous version of this. I mean, focus peaking is still available on the A7 IV, but focus map is like the next iteration of focus assistance, if you like. So let me show you what that looks like. Basically a color-coded overlay on top of your image, which shows you what's in focus and what's out of focus, and whether you need to push your focus point forward or pull it back. It works in video mode, so it doesn't actually work in stills mode, but it does work in video mode, and I found it like a little bit distracting, so I didn't use it a ton. But I think it could be, in the right situation, a really useful tool. There is so much I could say about this camera, but I'd probably be here all day. Suffice to say that Sony have made an amazing upgrade to their A7. The A7 IV sets a new standard for what shooters can expect from a mirrorless camera. Sony have made amazing upgrades not only on the stills side, but also on the video side. So this is really an amazing hybrid camera. If you're looking for a full frame camera that shoots amazing stills with tons of features and also shoots amazing video with lots of features, this is a great camera for you. I've really enjoyed my time with the A7 IV. I'm gonna be very sad to send it back to Sony. I only got a few days with it. I wish I had a lot more time with it to really get into the nitty gritty, but c'est la vie, I guess I'll just have to buy one. This is Justin Morrison, and until next time, peace out.